Backed this one on Kickstarter a few years ago now. It was due 2022. It's a little bit late. It's supposed to be coming out later this year now. See what it's like. This is the Steam NextFest 2023 June demo. Kickstarter wasn't a lot, so if it doesn't turn out to be great, no big loss. Apologies for slightly croaky voice. Animation's nice. Scene was good. Skulls. Something held captive. Something released. Bats. I'm just saying what I see at this point on. Oh. Oh. Well, hello there. Something tells me these guys got amazing moustaches. I want one. Actually, I don't, because my moustache irritates the crap out of my upper lip. Oh dear. Really nice animation style. Purple blood. It's a really cool dragon design. And SWAT. Oh dear. No. That's really nice animation. I like that a lot. Ah. A giant stag thing. Boop. Snoot boop. I have been returned to life by the boop of a stag. Right, so yes, the interesting thing that I found about this game was that the head of the main character, he's got no neck. His head seems to be very disconnected. I've never understood why that is. Jump height is very high. This man can jump. So we've got a jump. We've got an axe throw on left bumper and a gun on left trigger. We've got no journal, no map. We've got some controls. Oh. Map left bumper it says, but that's clearly not what's happening. It's possible that we have some issues. Damascus steel sword. This sword must have been waiting in the caverns for hundreds of years. The blade is nimble and sharp like the day it was forged. There is an inscription. That's not how you spell inscription. There is a C, in fact, in inscription. Inscription. On the pommel that reads, "The flash that cuts, lend me your strength." Don't seem to have much impact on our swings. They could do with some. Maybe I just need to turn the volume up more. Do we have? Yeah, we don't have any kind of settings. Yeah, with how generous the jump height is, platforming is fairly easy. Can't go through platforms. Any of them by the look of it. Whether that will change later, don't know. The variable jump height is indeed very variable. It has always been, and this is going to sound very strange, a little bit of a pet peeve of mine in video games, and it's Metroidvanias or otherwise, where pots take more than one hit to destroy with some kind of massive steel weapon. Now, don't get me wrong, I know that ceramic is actually a very hard substance. It is. I just feel like sometimes putting that logic into video games is a bit weird. I don't know where I'm going. No! Yeah, so those are programmed to drop as and when we get close. Healing Salve. A potent mixture of herbs and alcohol that rejuvenates some of your health. This ancient concoction can invigorate even the worst afflictions. It's interesting that they've managed to spell invigorate right, but not rejuvenate, because invigorate is generally a word that people find harder. Spot the English teacher. I sometimes feel like all of my kind of reaction videos for NextFest tend to turn into Demajen nitpicks grammar. It is not my intention. I do not set out to crap on people's grammar. Checkpoint? One assumes. Yeah, we definitely need more hit feedback. You know, even on these things, it's like these things being the pots. They could do with shaking or something. And these things, yes, you've got bits flying off them, but it still doesn't actually feel like I'm hitting them. There's no hit stop or anything. It's just a little bit too smooth. This ancient column has an inscription in an unknown language. It looks strangely familiar. Averbis adverbera. My Latin isn't good enough. And by isn't good enough... Oh! Interesting. So that's got... It's got a... That's a two-part thing. It's got a texture on the ground for where the spawner is. And then something moves either way. Bottom right-hand corner here. Either there's a secret down there, which is possible, or that needs some darker texture over the top. I'm not saying this again. I'm not saying this to shit on the game. I'm with indie devs. I always like to give feedback and try and help, because I know, based on what little tiny experience that I've got, in that game dev is hard. See, we had some hit feedback then. We had some screen shake. Yeah. Why can we not get that when we hit the enemies? It doesn't have to be quite so dramatic. Interesting. The flash on the end of that stalactite didn't happen until it had almost hit the ground. Ooh, camera went a bit wonky then. Right, this is somewhere where we've been. Was this the... Oh, that was the pit that we fell down. I was wondering whether it would have resurfaced. Guess not. I guess we're following the signposts. Ah, heal is not actually. Oh, maybe we don't have. I thought we got the ability to heal. Healing salve B. Maybe we don't have enough? I don't know. Either way, it's not working. A bit of a shame because we're about to die. I feel like the camera... Yeah, there's no sound of impact. Oh. And we've got no control, no gamepad control for that. Looks like a hard checkpointing system. Yeah, the way the camera moves is a little bit off. Oh, that's a second checkpoint. This is a new demo. So I assume there was an older demo. I don't remember if I played the older demo. I may have done. I may not have done. Who knows? I lose track. Yeah, we definitely need some hit sound effects and hit feedback. It doesn't feel like we're actually hitting anything. There's no weight or impact to our hits. Even if it just knocked the enemies back a little bit. Also, it feels like the music is resetting. Oh, boss. Okay, not much of a boss. No boss music. No. Okay, that's a weird transition. Just for the demo, I guess. Horton, the Forgotten Village. I'm up. Oh, Marko, you're alive. Did you bring water? There's a well right here. Well, fountain, I suppose. Ah, excellent craftsmanship. Let me take a look at that blade of yours next time you come around. Well, not now. Marko, you're alive. Praise the Almighty. Dot dot dot. Dialogue not available. Huh. The music here is much louder than it was elsewhere. Crimson Caverns, Lair of the Ancient Ones. Yes, because we don't have a map or anything. I know that indie devs often don't put maps in because it shows that the bits that they've put in for the demo aren't necessarily linked up the way they would be for the actual game. Okay, we need a double jump. Or an air dash. One of the two. Possibly both. And also, there's no way of looking down. Healing cell. Oh, now it works. How did this get in here? Good question. Yes, the expectation of moving the text on with X just makes us jump. There doesn't actually seem to be any way of getting rid of the text box, short of just moving away. The animation is nice. The art is very nice. The camera is very rough. I believe this is made in Unreal. Unreal is not an engine noted for its ease of use when it comes to 2D games. Ender Lilies did it exceptionally well, but a lot of Metroidvania games that use Unreal are actually 2.5D Metroidvanias. Oops. Yes, because of not having any real indication of what I'm supposed to be doing, going up there doesn't seem to be the way because we can't reach it. This looks very nice. It's got a real kind of Saturday morning cartoon look to it. But I won't say I'm necessarily having fun because it's all just a little bit bare. And without excuse me. And without context for this is why we're here, this is why we're doing what we're doing, this is what we're searching for. Are these things supposed to come to life? I don't know. Oh, okay. Yeah, the camera is not doing the game any favours. Bodies look drained, they met a violent end. Vlashko, malevolent spirit. Oh, there we go, there's some sound. I mean, he does an awful lot of damage and we've got no ability to continue on the pad. So how do I get back there? Does it just drop down here? It is just drop down here, okay. Well, there's no contact damage. Interesting. No, that was my own. Okay, the attacks are coming out so fast. They need more of a wind-up. And also, I believe we are losing currency. Are we losing currency on death, or are we... No, I think we might just... We've only got one. What? The general jankiness of everything is making this feel kind of annoying. Just hide in the corner. Is that it? That's really bare bones for a game that's been in development for as long as this has. So in terms of metroidvania-ness, we saw no power-ups, we saw no map, we had a really cool animated intro, but it feels like that and some nice kind of Saturday morning cartoon visuals is all the game really has right now. And to be honest, that's a problem. Because as I said, if I just bring up my... You can't see this because I hadn't prepared this. You know, thank you for your patience, etc, etc, etc. This is just a boss demo. Oh no, that was back in December 2022. The campaign ran... Where was it? I could have sworn that information just flashed up for me. It was it 2021 or before? Yeah, we're going back a while for this one. The original estimated delivery was February 2022. You know, so we'll successfully funded August 12th, 2021. I don't really think that was a very good demo. The camera, I mean, we can't get out of this room. There's no way of doing anything here. Yeah, why there isn't a go back to menu thing, I don't know. I'm not sure. You know, that this looks great and it feels decent. I don't know why we've got this axe throwing ability now. And also why it's bound to left bumper on a PlayStation controller. But yeah, there's no enemy impact sounds. There's no kind of feedback on that we've hit enemies whatsoever. It doesn't sound like... I mean, I know I play with the volume down a chunk so that the microphone doesn't... Oh, no, there is some sound there. On the pots. It just feels... It feels very bare bones right now, and considering the time that they have had, I would really have hoped for more from this demo. You know, over a year, almost a year and a half after the original anticipated release, this is what is being presented. Is disappointing. Oh, now I've got control there. And yeah, the checkpointing just seems to throw you back to the original checkpoints. I feel like this, and this is way louder than anything in the game as well. And there's no options menu. There have been, and I mean no disrespect when I say this, but I imagine it's going to come across as quite harsh. There have been a lot of indie companies over the last 4 or 5 years creating Metroidvania and platformer games, but Metroidvania games obviously are my main point of interest, that are beautiful to look at. Hand-drawn animations, great soundtracks, Saturday morning cartoon styles. Curse of the Sea Rats was an obvious comparison to be made to this. And they're clearly made by people that love the animation style, and they've got a really clear idea in their head of what they want their game to look like. The problem is that they don't necessarily have the programming knowledge or the technical skill. And don't get me wrong, you know, I do not have these things either. You know, I'm barely a decimal point above a layman in terms of what it takes to create a video game. I've done a little bit of Unity and I've done a little bit of Game Maker Studio 2, but I couldn't make a video game. But I know, because I've played literal dozens at this stage, Metroidvania games and platformers, I know what good ones have beyond their appearance. And a lot of the indie games that have been coming out look great, but don't feel great because they don't have the technical know-how in terms of making them feel great. And then they take longer and longer and longer to produce. And, you know, if I just pull up some screenshots, can I do that? You know, in terms of what it looks like, this is all very cool. You know, classic Disney cartoons, responsive controls, yeah, 15 hours of gameplay, Slavic Balkan folklore. This is why I backed it, because it sounded really interesting. You know, the style is great, but there's nothing here yet. You know, there's a list here of, you know, the different abilities that you're going to get, so on and so forth. Upgradable weapons. Yeah, this is all very, you know, none of this is in the game. Or no, none of this is in the demo. And I feel like after so much time, I needed more reassurance that there is a good game coming. I've already said that, you know, I didn't back at a hugely high Kickstarter level. So if this turns out to be a disappointment, I'm not going to feel out of pocket. But at the moment, there's nothing in this demo that, if I hadn't already paid for the game, there was nothing here that's making me think, oh yes, I need to pre-order this. I want to put money down on this. This felt very bare bones and very basic, which, as I said, over a year after the game's due date from Kickstarter is disappointing. Can it be salvaged? Hopefully. As I said, that intro animation was great. I hope that isn't where all the budget went. But the actual gameplay elements are just not there yet. There's the barest of bones of a game here, but the camera work is dodgy. The hits have no impact. Sound effects seem to play sometimes, not other times. The checkpoint system is beyond basic. It's just we save everything that you've got at this particular point in time, and you get restored to that when you die. Sometimes the continue menu worked with a controller. Sometimes I had to use the mouse. I don't know what's going on with these particle effects. This looks like something that they were experimenting with, and yeah. Marko Beyond Brave. If you're going to demo a Metroidvania, show us the map. Give us some quest or story or some upgrades to play with. There's nothing here except some really floaty combat. Try the demo for yourself. See what you think. You might have a different point of view to me. Maybe there's more hidden away in the corners of this demo that I haven't found, but right now this needs work. I don't think that this was a good showcase for the game. Thank you very much for watching. Apologies for the croaky voice. Apologies for the negative tone. I really want to be offering kind of constructive feedback, but the feedback essentially is show us the Metroidvania elements. You know, if you're going to market it as a Metroidvania, you need to put some of those elements in the demo. They're not here. Stay safe out there. Cheerio. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.